and welcome to the Tom Sawyer Show on the Warrior Sports Network. I'm Grant Wall, joined, as always, by Winona State head football coach Tom Sawyer. And Coach, there's a lot of things from last Saturday's game to get to. Let's start, though, first with somebody we've been talking about all year. Rayon Simmons goes into the game needing 94 yards to become the conference's all-time leading rusher. Gets that midway through the second half. So he is now the most accomplished rusher in the history of the Northern Sun Conference. That has to be something that's very, very special for both him and for you.
Well, it is. It's a whole team deal, and as I recognized it at the team meeting on Sunday, we brought up some offensive line guys, the receivers, the defense recognized for their work, because everybody plays a role in it. But obviously for Rayon, we're very, very proud of him and to represent the conference like that. The first championships in the conference were 1932, so it goes way back, and to be that person in history is really something special. Winona State sits on top, and we have a guy that's now sits, he's up in the top 10, and another one that's not too far away. So really, if you look at it, Winona State's been well represented in the national level, and especially in the conference level here with Rayon's accomplishment. But it was awesome.
He also passed the 1,000-yard mark for the third straight year. The only person in school history to do that. He runs so hard. How has he been able to be so durable and be out there every week for you guys to put up these numbers on a consistent basis?
Well, like you said, the term is he's durable, and that's what everybody looks at is, how can he do this at 30 carries a game right now for us? He's a workhorse, and how he can do that is the work that he puts in the offseason. He's a great weight room guy. Coach Renardi and his staff have done a great job keeping him healthy and strong. He stayed away from major injuries, so we kind of knock on wood and hope that continues. But he just runs low. People glance off him. He doesn't take a lot of big shots, and when he does, he gets knocked down. But all of a sudden, he's back out on the field. So yeah, he's very durable, a tough kid, and that's how you accomplish goals like that.
133 yards on Saturday, also scored a touchdown. The running game, not a whole lot of offense on either side on Saturday. One of those defensive slugfests like we see so often here in the NSIC. But Ray was able to move the chains when he needed to, get you the yardage that got you in position to put enough points on the board to win.
Yeah, second half we got it rolling. The first half we were just kind of discombobulated a little bit, but because one series we'd have a drop pass, one series we made a poor choice. We had a guy or a penalty. We missed the hole. There was always something that was disrupting us. So in the second half we found our groove. We got to go a little bit. Rayon started to sight a little bit more. We did a little better effort up front, and all of a sudden we're rolling at about 9-10 yards a pop. So we had 30 yards the first half and had 100 in the second. So that's part of our coaches working with the players on the sideline to find what fits best, and we'll have another one of those this week. So that's the way the Northern Sun is. A
couple straight really, really strong defensive performances, allowed 9 points to a ranked Sioux Falls team 2 weeks ago here in Winona, then 13 to a very good offensive team in Wayne State down on the road. What has the defense been able to do these last couple weeks to really put together back-to-back extremely strong performances?
Well, I'll go back one more week where we gave up over 500 yards against Upper Iowa, and the difference is that staying away from the big play, creating some turnovers, and really we're a lot better at being assignment strong. They're just doing what they're supposed to do and not worry about everything else. And now that we're doing that and kids have a better understanding of the package that we have in and how it fits, they're able to be at more plays. We even left a couple out there that, one long run with the quarterback and, all of a sudden almost doubled their yardage where, we had two guys free to the ball and fell down on a wet surface. But that's part of the game. But yeah, their assignment, alignment, and doing things right has really been the big difference.
And it seems like every week a different defensive guy steps up. On Saturday was Tyler Kubler. A great game on the defensive line, 6 tackles, a sack, forces a fumble, recovers another fumble. A game where he really took over on the defensive line and was in the backfield consistently.
Well, you're seeing Tyler Kubler healthy. He was struggling with a hamstring injury earlier in the year, and he's so quick and powerful and built so low to the ground. Everybody thinks you need to be this giant defensive lineman. He's fast. I mean, he runs and you saw that in the game where he's flying all over the place. So one, he knows what he's doing now, and two, he's healthy. And those two things with Tyler Kubler makes him a very explosive player.
We'll look forward now to this Saturday's game, a homecoming matchup with Minnesota State Mankato. The only undefeated team left in the NSIC, ranked in the top 10 nationally. It's going to be a great game between two really, really strong teams.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's what we hoped for since we got beat by Duluth, in week number 2, and here we are, week number 8, going, oh my Lord, we're right there where we want to be. It's at home. We got everything in our favor. 3 of the last 4 games at home. The picture is right. What we have to do is we have to go back and do the things I just talked about. We have to execute. We have to create turnovers, and we have to play sound football. Stay away from home run type plays. We do that. We have a great opportunity to win the game. They're very good, and they deserve the ranking and all that. But at the same time, we got to defend our turf and do everything we can here at Winona State in our preparation to play the best ball game that we can. If we do that, it raises our chances of winning.
Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen your team go up against a couple offenses, spread them out type offenses that like to throw the ball. Mankato's also a spread them out type offense, but they look to run first. How do you make that change from having to defend those pass first teams now to a run first team who still uses those spread concepts?
Well, it's funny you said that, because last week at Wayne State we had both. They brought one quarterback in and he was running. They brought the second quarterback in, he was throwing. So we got a little bit of work on both sides of it last week. But we've seen these kind of offense, read zone offense, quite a few other weeks. But it's really assignment football. Do things right. Again, don't overreact. Let the play happen, diagnose it, and go tackle. And you got to play physical. So those things are all the pieces that we've had earlier in the year. We had it last week, and we'll have it again this week. And they're very talented, so we got to be assignment strong.
And it should be a great day on Saturday. Not only the football game, but the Hall of Fame inductees. There's 6 of them that are going into the Hall of Fame, including a couple guys who played football for Winona State back in the 60s and 70s, who helped lay some of the groundwork for the success you've had today.
Yeah, Bill McNary and also George Benedict are both going in for football guys. I know both of them very well. They're just great guys. They're huge supporters of our program, and obviously what they accomplished during their college years was phenomenal. To join the other 4 people going in the Hall of Fame Friday night, it'll be a fun event. I can't wait to see those guys and recognize their accomplishments during their time here. And that's what homecoming is about, is recognizing what people have done before. And that's what I try to tell our team. It's not really about them. It's really about the people in the past. So they recognize that. They have a football game to play. But we can also celebrate the history and the rich history that we have here at Winona State.
That's right. It'll be a great game, 1 p.m. on Saturday against Minnesota State Mankato. After this break, though, we're going to look back at the Warriors' victory over Wayne State last Saturday. See all the highlights coming up.
Financial startophobia. Fear of financial endeavors causing putting off till the day after tomorrow that which should have been done the day before yesterday.
If you have financial startophobia, I would recommend Merchants Bank. I had a little touch of financial startophobia, had a good recommendation, I went to the bank and had a great experience. Merchants Bank has personal service. I'm not afraid of anything. They've been around for over 130 years. You know who you're dealing with. Merchants Bank, the bank that service built.
And welcome back to the Tom Sawyer Show. It's now time to look at those highlights from the Warriors' big win on the road over Wayne State. We'll start off with the Warriors on offense.
Yeah, Rayon Simmons doing his thing. First play of the game, took it for about 9 yards off the left side, as you watch here. Warriors did a great job up front, and Ray's doing his thing. Like you said, big day for him on the ground, finishing with about 133 yards. But all day long it was a trial because they're a very good defense.
And a great mix on offense. John Tieglin here is going to find Sean Hurts.
Yeah, Sean had a great day for us. Here he is in the curl, getting a first down for us and moving the chains, but he had a big day for the Warriors.
Also a big day for the defense. First, Darby Lundy coming up to make a tackle.
Yeah, he's just a sure tackler, did a great job there, and all day long him and Norgard did a great job at the corner.
And this is Chris Norgard breaking up a pass.
Yeah, a couple on the day, we'll see him here, but he played phenomenal, and it's nice to see him healthy again.
Sean Hurts comes across the middle for a catch on this one.
Yeah, he caught it in some traffic there. Again, moved the ball up the field, took good care of it. It was kind of slippery conditions, and kept his feet and did a nice job.
This is the Warriors' first touchdown of the day, a pass to Jay Adams.
Yeah, Jay did a nice job in the diagonal, and got a great read by John Tieglin up on the free safety and into Jay for the touch.
Wayne State tries to run the option here, nothing doing.
No, it played it very well. It's Lewis Johnson from the backside, and I don't remember who was in the front, but it was a nice play by the D.
Ray runs the ball so well, he also catches it pretty good.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot better job this year, out of the backfield, catching the ball on the screen game, and there's a great job there.
You're going to see a lot of pressure here from the Warrior defense.
Yeah, guys did a great job. I mean, they're penetrating, getting them deep in that's Colin McGuire up in front, along with Alex Coulter. Guys did a great job.
When Ray needs a breath, it's Chichi Ojika.
Yeah, Chichi adds another element to the game. It's that quick speed and does a nice job. It's a good counter to Ray. He did a great job for the carries he had.
Tyler Kubler, a great game. Here he forces and recovers the fumble.
Yeah, he forced it first. We all kick it around a little bit. We were hoping that Norgard was going to scoop and score that thing, but at the end of the day, Kubler caused the fumble and then recovered it himself. Great day for him.
And Sean Hurts again making another big play.
Yeah, they're kind of holding him down the field here, but he made a great play in traffic there, and it was probably his best day overall for Sean.
This next play, Jay Adams on the catch.
Yeah, again, Jay, we saw the touchdown earlier. He does a good job on the diagonal part of the game. Made a nice play and catch there, again for a first down into the red zone.
Wayne State's going to try to run a screen here and meet some Warrior defenders.
Yeah, it's just, we're getting how many guys can get to the football, and they did a great job, guys retracing their steps. Parker Dutchins, Toby Frisbee, those guys inside, Lewis Johnson. They just did a great job. And here's another big play by Chris Norgard.
Breaking up the pass there. Tyler Kubler, you've seen him already. Another great tackle for loss here.
Yeah, it's using his own wrestling skills from the days at Eden Prairie High School, but sure is fun to watch him. And a block kick here, that was huge for us. It could have tied the game, and that block was by Colin McGuire, recovered by Ryan Williams.
You mentioned how many guys can you get to the ball. Well, let's count them on this play.
Yeah, it's fun. They got a closed formation, down a distance. We've got a quick pressure on the quarterback, and you can just see those. We had 7 or 8 guys at the point of attack. It's kind of fun to watch.
These next couple here are going to be Rayon Simmons doing what he does best.
Well, you can see he made 1 miss, made 2 miss, and the third guy finally got to him. The fourth guy finished him, but again for about a 9-yard gain.
And here he goes once again taking the ball.
We can see up front, there's Ish knocking the guy off, 2 miss, 3 miss, and then ran into our own guy at the end. So kind of a battering ram type of an afternoon for Ray.
Sean Hurts here on a reception.
Yeah, again, down the middle of the field, we found some openings. This was a little scramble. He stayed on top of the sticks, made the catch, and got us a critical first down.
These next couple again, Rayon Simmons.
Well, you can see the blocking out in front. I was mad at him. He didn't make that safety miss right there, but you can see the guys, a lot of guys in their backs there, and that's the Warriors, getting to work on the ground.
And he's really just rolling at this point.
Yeah, it's in the second half, and he's doing a great job, and now we're in the fourth quarter here, so you really start to see some of the things that he can do. Again, catching the ball on the little screen, making 1 miss, and dragging 1 for 3, got us down to the 3-yard line.
On this one, he's going to find the end zone.
Yeah, again, guys are doing a great job out front. That's Vance Ross out in front of him, leading the way, and guys are just having some fun in the end zone.
A swarming defensive effort. Ryan Gertz here with a forced fumble.
Yeah, guys are flying all over the place, coming from a long ways away and making the big hit, and guys are scrambling around, and we came up with another turnover.
We now see Brian Bradshaw under center. He's going to find Tyler Spear deep down the field.
Brian came in the game for the whole fourth quarter, did a great job, and here he found on the sprint out, found Tyler Spear, and he just did a nice job. John hurt his thumb a little bit, so Brian is ready to go, and got all the confidence in the world in that young man.
These next 2 plays, getting in the backfield with a sack. First, Alex Coulter.
Yeah, the guy cut him, and he just kept being relentless to the quarterback, kind of rolled himself into a sack, which is kind of fun.
And now Lewis Johnson's going to get this one.
Yeah, Lewis is coming from the backside, or just made a big hit from the back of him. Actually, the ball was on the ground there, too, so the guys did a great job, but Lewis is really, really playing well.
Final highlight, Rayon Simmons.
Well, it's fitting for the day that we had. Pound it inside, get ahead in the game at the end, and then put the game away offensively, and it was really a fun way to finish the game.
Some great plays made by both sides of the ball for Winona State last Saturday in their 17-13 win. When we come back, we'll talk to Warrior defensive end Colin McGuire about what he's getting ready for Saturday's game against Minnesota State Mankato. And welcome back to the Tom Sawyer Show. I'm joined now by senior defensive lineman Colin McGuire, and we're going to get right into Saturday's matchup with Minnesota State Mankato. A very good offense, an offense that likes to run the ball. They don't disguise it. They just like to run straight at you. What do you have to do to stop a run game that they've been doing with a lot of success so far this year?
Well, one of the things you have to do against a team that likes to run the ball is do it our defense likes to do, and that's take the ball away. And that's been the plan consistent throughout the season. The offense can't score if you take the ball away from them, and that's what we're going to try to do. We've had some success in the past couple weeks against Sioux Falls and against Wayne, taking the ball away, forcing turnovers. And I think our defense is really starting to rally behind that concept and kind of force our will on the opponent. No matter what situation we're in, we're all together, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get the ball back.
And you've created turnovers a few different ways. Interceptions, blocked a kick on Saturday down in Wayne, forced some fumbles. How much do you guys work on taking the ball away from opponents and giving it back to your offense?
Well, in practice, we have the 3 turnover rule. If we don't get 3 turnovers in a given practice, the defense, we have to run at the end of practice. Before every practice, there's kind of a pre-practice routine before we actually get into the real meat of the practice. We have a tackling circuit, turnover circuits, things like that. Work on wrapping people up and ripping the ball out, or the first person will wrap the guy up, the second guy comes in, tries to hit the ball out. So it is something we work on daily, and it's very important because obviously it can change the balance of a game.
These last couple weeks especially, the defense has been playing extremely well. Hold a ranked Sioux Falls team to just 9 points, then go on the road to Wayne State on Saturday. Give up only 13 in a win. Earlier in the year, gave up a few points, a few yards. What have you guys done these last couple weeks to really shut down a couple of really solid offenses?
There's just been we've had it all along, but I think finally, as an entire unit, we've all really embraced our identity wholeheartedly and just found out that as long as we're together in it, like, there really isn't anybody that can stop us if we put our minds to it. And that's kind of, I think, what really is setting the defense apart right now. We're just looking each other in the eye and saying we're not going to let this happen. We're going to put our offense in positions to score points and win the football game for us. We're going to take the ball away from the other team and we're going to give it back to our team. And it doesn't matter when they get the ball or where they get the ball. We're going to go out there and stand next to each other and get the ball back. And that's basically been the game plan. We take our criticism and our coaching, and we try to improve every week in the game plan that we've put down. But within that game plan, within that operational parameter that's been set forth by the coaches, we try to add our own identity, and we're just playing physical, taking the ball away, playing fast.
Let's shift the conversation off the field for a minute. Something that is very important within your entire roster is community service. You serve on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, trying to get out into the community and helping those in the Winona area. How important is it for you to be out helping people with your position here at Winona State?
It's extremely important because the community gives us so much. They come to our games, they support us. A lot of people donate to Winona State and help pay for some of our schooling, which is incredible. So it's just our way of giving back to the community. It's always important. Like Coach Sawyer says, you got to take care of the people who take care of you. And that's one of the main things that the Student Athlete Advisory Committee tries to do. We try to give back to the people who give so much to us. And we just want to, it's our way of saying thank you. It's our way of making the student athlete body's voice more known in the community. And it's a way to represent Winona State in a respectful and manner that's indicative of what a higher establishment of learning would be.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for stopping by today, and we'll be right back with more of the Tom Sawyer Show after this.
Financial startophobia. Fear of financial endeavors causing putting off till the day after tomorrow that which should have been done the day before yesterday.
If you have financial startophobia, I would recommend Merchants Bank. I had a little touch of financial startophobia, had a good recommendation, and went to the bank and had a great experience. Merchants Bank has personal service. I'm not afraid of anything. They've been around for over 130 years. You know who you're dealing with. Merchants Bank, the bank that's service built.
Welcome back to the Tom Sawyer Show. I'm joined now by Winona State defensive coordinator David Braun, and Coach, it's been a really good last couple weeks for your defense. Allowed just 9 points to a ranked Sioux Falls team 2 weeks ago, then go down to Wayne State and allow 13 points in a victory down there. What has the defense been doing these last 2 weeks to limit the offensive production of a couple really good offenses?
It's to be honest with you, Grant, it's something that our kids, our staff, have obviously been working towards since August, even last spring, and we've known we've had a special group. It's just been a matter of putting 60 minutes of football together. We've seen spurts of it early in the season, and I think our guys have found a way the last couple weeks to do it for a full game, do it for 60 minutes, and play some consistent football. It's been fun to watch the tempo that they played with. There's certainly a lot of room for improvement still, But I think our guys, with the pace that they're playing right now and the enthusiasm and passion that they're playing with, they're able to cover up some mistakes that are still out there, and have had a good thing going the last couple of weeks.
Always stout against the run, but it's the pass defense on Saturday against Wayne State really shone. Wayne State was only able to get just over 100 yards throwing the ball. So a great effort by the pass defense, and that's all three levels of the defense as well, right?
Absolutely, it is. It's a collective effort, all 11. Chris Norgard, Darby Lundy, that defensive secondary with Pat, Ryan Williams, and Jared Mitchell had a great game, and obviously, the work up front by the defensive line and linebackers aid in that, but that defensive secondary had a great performance for us on Saturday.
You work specifically with the linebackers, and it's a group of got a lot of young, really talented guys, led by Ryan Gertz, who was the NSIC Defensive Newcomer of the Year last year. Some guys who are really young that are playing at an extremely high level right now.
You know what? That group makes my job easy. They really do. Great group of young men that show up every day with their lunch pail and ready to work, take constructive criticism, easily coachable. Colin Corcoran, a true freshman for us, has been a pleasant surprise for us, playing at a very high level. Flies around and doesn't always have the entire defense figured out, but he covers up for it by playing fast and playing physical. But we got a deep group there right now. Gage Rittenauer, Ian Murray, Jake Harmon, and old veterans playing well for us. And obviously Ryan Gertz continues to perform for us at a high level. It's fun to watch that group play right now.
We look forward now, Saturday. Minnesota State Mankato comes in. They're an exceptionally good team, and they're really good at running the football. We've seen a lot of spread offenses already this year in the teams you've played, but those have been largely pass-based. Mankato comes in, and they want to run the football out of their spread. What do you have to do to combat the spread, but a little philosophical change in the spread where they're running first?
Especially with these guys, number one, they're very well coached. Coach Keene does a great job with their offense, along with the rest of their offensive staff. Got some good athletes at the quarterback position and running back position. They've been rotating some quarterbacks due to injury and other reasons, but all three of them can run it, can throw it. I think the biggest philosophy change for us in the way they structure things over at Mankato is just the fact that you have to account for the quarterback on every play as a run threat. And where some teams will use that as a possible threat, Mankato will run their quarterback on a consistent basis. You need to account for it. You need to account for it in the run fit. And they do a good job of it. We'll definitely have our hands full this week in preparation and on Saturday. It's a challenge that we look forward to, but we have a stout opponent coming in on Saturday. There's no doubt about that.
How tough is it? It seems like each offense you go against in the NSIC is very prolific, but they each are very different in what they do. How tough is it to game plan each week for an entirely different set of offensive schemes?
I'll tell you what, we are blessed to have one heck of a defensive staff through and through between Coach Curtin, Coach Barton, Coach Holinka, Matt Ulrich, who's helping out with our defensive line. I think the one thing that we do well as a staff is we build off of each other. It's open conversation, and whatever's going to put our guys in positions to make plays, that's what goes on the call sheet. But no, I think you have to approach each week as a new week. Obviously find what they like to do, and attack that. Really try and take away their strengths if you can, and if not, take it away. Make sure that you're very sound against those strengths. Mankato definitely poses a new challenge for us, and it seems like each week we face that, but we're excited for that challenge this week in our preparation, and know that we have a very athletic, well-coached football team coming in.
Well, it's going to be a great game on Saturday, again 1 o'clock here at Verizon Wireless Stadium in Winona. It's Winona State against Minnesota State Mankato. A great game, two great teams. We hope to see all of you there. Thank you very much for joining us this week on the Tom Sawyer Show.